All right, welcome back to the Nice Fast channel, guys. It is time for Blue Monday KF Live number 170. Man, don't drink LaCroix right before talking. Wow. Number 170, guys. Craziness. 170 of these streams plus all the other streams. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But here we are. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Log TV, and Little Choo Choo there. And of course, Charlie Brown and Gimli and me and you. And let's get started, folks. And put the glasses back on so I can see who is actually here. We have got Marco and Michael Morgan. Nice. Cemetery Gates. Anaso Prado is a channel member. Hello. Marco as well. Justin, Ohio. Hello. Angelo. Greg Vanderlip is also a channel. Now the chat just went, woo. Jim Miller, channel member and moderator. My Journey EDC, channel member. Homer Feltus, hello, channel member. Donald Milinkovich, hello. There is Prado gifting a membership. Let's go down here and see if I can see who Prado gave it to. It went to Donald. Donald, welcome back, I believe, to the pit crew. Very, very cool. I think that, yep, it says you've been 2 months, so very cool. There is your Dalika salute, Donald and Prado. Thank you for doing that very, very much. Michael Ridgway, hello, sir. Good to see you. And I'm distracted again. Okay, here we go. Be Shady, member for 1 year. Nice, man. There you go. A little Blue Monday Dalika salute for you. James Alton, channel member. And by the way, B Shady is obviously a channel member. Richard Kaufman. Hey, Richard. Good to see you. Channel member as well. Angry Tom's Hat. Hello. Colby Venable. Hello, hello, hello. Trying not to miss anybody. All right. I think I got everybody that I've seen. That doesn't mean I got everybody. That just means I got everybody. Hey, there's David Iverson, rule number 9, channel member. Kona Wright, hello, sir. What's up? What's up? Good to see you. Knives Are Life, hello, hello. Good to see you, sir. Yep, yep. All right, guys. Well, we are back for KF Live number 170, which is pretty dang crazy. Kaiser Huntsman, yo, those are great. Yeah, I saw that deal, Prado. You were showing me, as a matter of fact. Hey, Chris Warris, channel member. Good to see you. All right, so our guest tonight will be Paul Munko, designer of many knives, but obviously the Kaiser Comet is one that I have here. So we will show that, but that is one of Paul's designs, and we will have him on. Probably not going to be on for the whole stream. Hold on just a second, guys. Trevor's being a nut. All right, there we go. I got rid of him. I'm kidding. All right, so let me do one more thing, guys. Distraction Central over here. Distraction Central. No, that's not working. Interesting. Okay. Wait, is that? Maybe that's. No, I don't think that's it. All right. Well, I'm looking for something, but I can't find it right now. Trevor's got me looking for something. There it is. Okay, got it. All right, here we go. So, Addicted to Blades 2. Hello, hello. All right, guys, let's start. Kevin Smith, what's up? Michael Morgan, hello, hello. Kevin's a member as well. Let's start with pocket checks. So, if you guys want to go ahead and tell me what you're carrying today, that would be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. For me, while you get that together, I had the Golden Design Works caliber here. Very cool. Gotta love the caliber. Beautiful blue milling, frame lock actuated by the button there. So a button activated, actuated frame lock. Very cool. All right. I'm carrying nothing because airport. I feel naked. There you go, NASA. Sorry, dude. All right. I'm going to stop mine here. Hey, Neil McKenzie, channel member. David's got the ZT0562 micarta, EK fixed blade, Tempest Kubi micarta Dust Devil. Don't let me forget to tell you guys about that. Savage Creek Stag Gunstock, Sapphire Victorinox Huntsman, Olight Zombie Warrior Nano, Olight Zombie I5R, and a Forest Hanks. Rule number 9, Hank, all for David. Rule number 9, channel member extraordinaire for a long time. Blue Pinion, Blue Microburst, Blue Rock Hopper from Aries, all for Jim Miller. Wrench and channel member. Spyderco Mannix Lightweight for Mitchell. Hello, sir. Welcome to the chat. Everybody say hello to Mitchell. I think he's new. Finch Hellfire for our friend. What is going on? All right. Sorry, guys. Weird. Okay. Finch Hellfire for our friend James Alton, channel member. Top Street Scalpel and a Mannix 2 crew wear for Cemetery Gates. Oh, come on. Kathleen's got the little bro Jack, mini blue pyrite, and a small blue rose craft slippy. Lots of little stuff, and that is great. Welcome, Kathleen, channel member as well. PM2 Salt and a blue Deca from Hogue for Chris Warris, channel member. Hey, Brian Kerr, what's up, sir? Michael Ridgway with a Vero Axo. Is it Axon is what you meant, I think? But anyway, close enough. Bill Doyle with a BBK Jaeger, Brian Brown Jaeger M version 2. Very cool. Customized Spyderco Amalgam, the S30V, and a Lander in 14C for our friend, Mr. Michael Morgan. Very cool. Chavez Scapegoat, Tempest Microburst, ASK Jefferson, and a Beeper Boy for B Shady. Very cool, sir. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay, good. All right. Richard Kaufman as the Kaiser T1. Sorry. Olight Seeker 4 Pro and an O-Pen Pro. Knives Are Life carrying my Knives Fast giveaway. Thank you so much. Plus a Kubi Wrath Mini Karambit. Very cool. For Knives Are Life. Awesome. That Wrath is pretty cool looking. Jim's just telling people hello, but we love that. Hello, Goondocks with a Microburst and a Dagger Knives Shark 2.0. Angry Tom has a Finch Chernobyl and my K6.5 Sodbuster. My Jack Wolf Fix and my Mini Pyrite. I kind of translated there. Very cool. Pick myself up a Frag Mac PM2 today. So excited to have it in the collection. Nice, Kevin. Huntsman, Pinion, Axial Shift, and an Olight Mini Javelot sitting right here. Says channel member Pareto. Oh, really? Fun. So I came out with the Microburst about a year and a half ago, and I went to that Blade show after I had already done the pre-order and I think shipped them. Yeah, I had already shipped the pre-order, and I showed up at Blade show, and I'm walking around as KC Knives Fast, and I go to the big table to see his slip joints, and I hear a guy to my right say, "What is this one called?" And the other guy says, "That's the Microburst." And I went, "Oh gosh, really?" And so I didn't know when it would finally ever come out, but apparently it did. So I knew it was coming. Eutectic Trinity, Leatherman Rev, Spyderco Shaman, James Brand, Ellis Slim, and an S11 flashlight. Also, hello everyone, Pretty Fly says. Very nice. walking home from work in 100-degree heat. Gee whiz. That sounds like fun. Bill says, gonna sell my Devo Stout. Anybody interested? Shoot him a message. Very cool. You might have to go lower than that, just so you know. I had to go on down because with the 2s around, everybody's trying to get a 2. But I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, see who you can get. Somebody might really want, especially since you have the 80s fat carbon and and a Zerk backspacer. No. I didn't see that. That is a perfect price. That's a very good price. What's up, big hams? Not carrying anything. All right, everybody usher Ed out of the chat. Nope. He's adulting, not doing adulting today, so no big boy pants. EF 905 from Even Grow in the lap. Okay, that works. Map How Cloth Works, Vintage Camera Hank, Tempest Knives, Jetstream, Pinion, Microburst, Fisher Space Pen, and an Olight i3T EOS, all for Rusty Knife Lover, long time channel member. Okay, so I got to tell you a story, Woodfish. This is funny. This is really, oh no, it is. That's who I think it is. Yes. Okay. So I saw this knife today, guys. This is Running Guy, as I call him. This knife today, I saw this at work. That is a sick knife. There's a short coming up tonight. It is a little black linen micarta hand jigged, made in Oklahoma, Gene Wiseman slip joint with a beautiful satin finished words, Casey, words, spear point blade. Gorgeous looking slip joint, and now I have to have one. I need one. We banter for Ed. I was like, wow, what a coincidence, but no, you're here. All right. Mannix 2, Rex 45 DLC with AWT scales and a Sage 5 and a Fosteed Acorn. Very cool, big hams. Awesome. Premium pinions and microbursts. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just got to slow down long enough. I got to be honest with you, B Shady. I've been behind on the magic book. And our buddy Lute and I've been talking about getting some CAD going. So I sat down. It was 100 degrees here Saturday. So I spent Saturday finishing up designs. Saturday, I finished 6 designs. I have 6 more. Beyond the 2, I already have doohickeys for. CAD drawings and prototypes. Thank you. Words. And so Lute is working on 2 or 3 of those. And then I did another one yesterday. So I've got like 7. So, and more to come. And not all of those will be Tempest knives. So I could do what you're saying. Some of those will be like collaboration knives for sure. Carrying my Kaiser Militao and S35 VN polished DLC and Purple Haze fat carbon. And maybe, once I get done with CAD or once I get done with prototypes, maybe all of those might not happen. Maybe I'll go, not really, but we'll see. Kershaw Step last week. I'm not familiar with that one, Mitchell, but it sounds cool. All right. Did I get everybody? Nope. There's our buddy O-Father with a Olight Warrior 3, an O-Pen Pro, Concept Little Main Street, Tempest Microburst, TPK, LCB, Olight i5. That's a Lake Champlain Barlow, by the way. Olight i5T and a Junkin Genius Hank. Very, very nice. Full titanium ball cage in before my Mannix 2 XL. Gotcha, Rusty. Nice. Rusty's already planning his build out. All right, guys. I just had to skip ahead because it got stuck. So if I missed, let's see. Anybody right here? Be shady. And there are probably 5 or 6 more in the book that could happen. There's probably 15 in the book that'll never happen. Just don't think they're good enough. But there's another 4 or 5 easily that could happen. So I've got stacks on stacks on stacks going on here. Cold Steel Extra Large Voyager Crisis. Oh, Chris Blade. Gotcha, Chris. You know what a Chris is, KC. Hey, Andrew, welcome. Channel member. Craig, welcome. Who else? Who else? Ant, hello. What's up? Thomas McDonald, hello, hello. All right. So my second knife in the pocket today was the Finch Drifter in blue micarta and lovely. There we go. Look at that. We actually focused. Lovely, lovely, lovely lightning anodized clip from Addicted to Knives. Very cool. I love this little knife. It is little, but it's still pretty good. There you go, Fredo. We shall see if all of them. There's even a fixed blade in there. There's another fixed blade in there. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's different, but I love it. If it happens, I'm going to carry that one a lot. So I'm just letting you know. Oh, speaking of that, let's do something cool. Let's do something cool. Oh, so here's the deal. I've been promoting for quite some time that our friends at Kubi had let me know that well, let's do this first. Hold on, guys. We're gonna get organized here. Ooh, several sold today. That's pretty cool. So we are now at the point that the blue micarta Kubi Dust Devil actually exists. It was not a myth. It really was happening. I wasn't lying. I know some of you were like, is Casey making this up? So here we go. This is what's in stock. You can see all four are in stock at the address I'm about to give you. I will put this address down there. Now, here's the deal. So I'm going to go Kubi Dust Devil, and I'm going to write KC20LT, and I'm going to write this. All right, so here's the deal. There's the link, and there's the code, and there's the knife. You go to that link, use that code, you get 20% off. I bought one this morning for myself. Here is the blue Dust Devil. So it is blue micarta, as you can see. Gorgeous, nice stonewash blade. Still in 14C and $70. And with that 20% off, it's $56 and free shipping. $56 and free shipping. Go get you one. Come on, you know you want one. And Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster. Yep, that's exactly right. All right. Hold on a second. There we go. Why are we not? Oh, that's why. All right. Really? All right, good. Sorry, I was trying to do something and my phone is not cooperating. All right. So our guest is going to join us shortly, and then we will do that. So what do you guys think of the blue Dust Devil? How does that look to you? Hopefully that looks cool, and you guys will pick one up if you want one. I mean, if you already got a blue one or a black one, I mean a red one or a black one, maybe that's all you want. But there you go. There's Keith. Your pay has been docked. You will get $0. Yep, that's it. So there is your Daleka salute. Keith even had a light day and he's still late. We love you, Keith. You know it. There's your Daleka salute. Oh, by the way, third knife in my pocket today. Yeah, see, I get distracted way too easily. Oh, Kevin Smith and Knives member for 4 months. I was here early, due for a raise. There you go, Kevin. Thank you for your support, man. Very cool. All right. So that is the Dust Devil. Okay. So it is in blue, and I am very grateful it's in blue, and mine is on the way. So if you guys are interested, the black burlap is pretty slick. The black burlap is pretty dang sick. All right. And oh, look at that. Ginger Fisher, member for 10 months. Oh, wait, it didn't switch. It didn't switch. Ginger Fisher, member for 10 months. Thank you, sir. There is your Daleka salute. And Richard Kaufman, 10 months as well, soon to be a year. Very cool. That's awesome. Thank you guys for your awesome support. All right, let's get down to the third knife in the pocket today. That was the Aries EDC Rockhopper in the Frostfett carbon, and I got something on the blade there, and the lovely acid Stonewash 80 CRV2 blade. Very cool. By the way, if you're still here, Woodfish 80 CRV2. I couldn't remember when we were talking earlier. 80 CRV2. I was reminded by one of my awesome moderators because I can't remember. I am not very smart, so that's what I do best, is forget things. Oh, look at that. Somebody bought a blue micarta Dust Devil because it just went ding. So really cool. Again, we'll just show it one more time just because it's fun. But to me, this is what I always wanted this knife to be. They, for some reason, insisted. So when you do, if you guys don't know, and it depends on the manufacturer you're working with, you don't always get a say in what materials the manufacturer is using. In Kubi's case, very much on this first run of Dust Devils, they did what they wanted. And I made the suggestion of the blue micarta because that's what I always wanted. And they came back with the blue. So definitely would like to see these sell so they can see that blue is a popular color. That would be cool. Very cool, Rory. Thank you, man. But there are still, as you saw, we'll go back real quick. And then I see you, Paul. I'm coming in just a second. But there are stock of all 4 varieties in this website, and all of these you can get 20% off with code KC20LT. Okay, so that's the Ultim, the blue, the red, and the black burlap. So very, very cool. Go check them out at this is not, by the way, Kubi shopping is not a thing anymore as far as they're concerned. It's this website, kubiknife.com. That's the one. And if you go in there and it says they're charging you for shipping, that means it's not yet in the U.S. warehouse. Okay. If it says, as a matter of fact, I think if you click on it, it'll say in the U.S. warehouse and ready to ship. I thought it did. Anyway, when you go in, it should say free shipping. And when it does, that means it's in the U.S. warehouse and ready to roll. Okay. So that's the deal there. All right, let's take this down and let's see who is in queue here. Hello, Mr. Paul Munko.
What's up, man? How's it going?
There you go. I was about to say you were muted, but you weren't. You're a professional here. Come on.
Appreciate it, man. You guys can hear me okay?
Yep, hear you great. You hear me all right?
Perfect.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's it going?
Well, doing good. So, guys, if you don't know who Paul is a designer, and he can tell us what else he is. But I met Paul at Blade Show, but I have reviewed and if I get wrong which company this is, you can fix me. But the concept one was called the Comet? No. See, you're going to do it to me.
They all sound really similar, so it's okay.
Okay, hold on. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cheat because I am actually, for once in my life, prepared. So we have the Cosmos from Concept, the Mystic from Kaiser, the Clairvoyant from Kaiser, and the Comet, right?
Exactly.
All right. So those are the ones that I have reviewed. Yes, I reviewed all 4 of those and definitely was impressed with all 4. And then at Blade Show, I got to hold the upcoming Best Tech, the Constellation, which is a little different name. And that one will be a little easier to remember. But Paul is the designer of all those knives. And Trevor is not here tonight. So I snuck in his room and stole his Comet so I could show the Comet. I just had the red one in, but I already reviewed it and sent it on, or I did a rapid review on it since I'd already done it and send it on down the road. But the Comet to me, Paul, and our buddy Tim B in the chat is gonna call me out for this. I like bigger knives. Okay, so really, to be honest with you, the Clairvoyant and the Cosmos are more probably my size. The Comet's small, but I gotta tell you, I can get 4 fingers on it, and that's my criteria. It literally is. If I can get 4 fingers on it, then it's a good knife. And then when you add in the snappy Kaiser action and a really nice detent, this one, and my son's just absolutely in love with this thing. So really, really cool design. So how did you get into, this is the first question, how'd you get into designing knives? I mean, we all have our starting point. Where did it start for you?
Yeah, awesome question. So basically, I got really into, well, first I started with collecting. I got really into, learning more about the different makers and stuff out there. And then what I started to do, because one of the main things I do as part of my career is illustration and design work. So I started to work with a lot of people within the industry to do things like t-shirts and sticker designs and graphics and things like that. And I got to just really befriend a lot of really amazing, really helpful people. And eventually got to a point where some of those people were like, hey, like, you might as well try it, right? You might as well try to do it.
Yeah.
And, I didn't think I could really, because I know it's a very technical thing. You want to make sure that it's ergonomic. It has to look good. There's a lot of things to balance there. But I did it, and I just decided I'm going to keep drawing something until I vaguely like it. And the first company that I reached out to with my first design, which is what you just had up there, the Comet, was Kaiser. And the reason I reached out to Kaiser is because if you know anything about the second name there in my description, Colorful Filth, that is where a lot of that artwork that I was talking about lives. And one of the biggest projects that people know about that in the industry are some of the collaborations that I've done with Northern Knives up in Anchorage, Alaska. And pretty much what we do is we'll do a limited drop of modified knives. So we've worked on Kaisers, Spydercos, Benchmates, and we'll allow people to pre-order them for as many people could pre-order it within a 30-day window as they want.
Right.
And it's just kind of like an art project, fun little mod projects that I have a lot of fun doing. But anyway, that was a long tangent. But the reason I reached out to Kaiser is because the first knife that I worked on in terms of like putting my artwork on scales was the Kaiser Uprising. And that was my first collaboration with Northern Knives. So it kind of just felt right to reach out to them.
Felt like it fit. Right.
Yeah, I was like, you guys were I literally said it in my email. I was like, this was the first like real project I did within the knife industry. I'd love to have my first design be with you guys. And you, who now owns Avastid, was the one who was there at the time working on all of their R&D and things like that. And they were super on board. And from there, it's just been fun ever since. And I try to crank them out. Not really crank them out, but I obviously put thought into it. But trying to up the volume a little bit, and just kind of keep things interesting out there. But that's how it all started with the.
That's awesome. So where's the line for you? Because all right, I'm gonna back up to what I'm saying. All right, so it sounds like you come about it from an artistic standpoint. Now, I've talked about this a lot in my reviews, and different designers I feel like come at it from different places. The perfect one for me is Tiguis. I feel like Tiguis comes about it flat out from art. He is, I am an artist. This is an art piece that is also a knife and works. And some of his more than others are, very kind of in your face art. And they kind of work as a knife, and others of his, matter of fact, Kubi just released a Tiguis that I'm hoping to get a look at. That looks a whole lot more like a knife with a little bit of art in it. So it's interesting to see. Now, I'll tell you, the technical side of knives, when I first started Tempest, boy, I had a lot to learn. And I feel like having taken apart now 1 million knives and for warranty stuff and different things, and really getting into the inner workings. And then as a reviewer, now doing stuff like, for example, I'm reviewing this Golden Design Works right now, and this is a button actuated frame lock. And so I'm just sitting here playing with it. I want so badly to take this dang thing apart. Yeah, see, I'm working the button. Now, what he did that I think is interesting that a lot of people aren't doing so far is he left it open to use as a frame lock if you want to. So, I mean, it's a frame lock or it's a button lock, which, so now not only do we have multiple opening methods, we have multiple closing methods, which is interesting.
That's so cool.
But, I kind of, I'm, taking them apart, looking at them, really trying to get a feeling for. So I guess the question is, I mean, and I'm a television engineer by trade, so I kind of come at it from the technical side of things to begin with. So the question is for you, when you're drawing, do you feel like you draw more on that art part, or do you draw more on the, the technical part that you've learned, or is it a mixture for you?
It's definitely a mixture, and I'll be the first to say, I don't know all the perfect lock geometry and things like that from a super technical standpoint.
No,
right?
I'm still learning all that too, very much.
It's very much, I have a rough approximation of how things should function properly, right? And so when I'm thinking of a knife design, I'm mostly in my head balancing ergonomics and style, right? So the aesthetics and how it feels in hand, because I know just from the experience that as far as like any little issues with like how I draw in the frame lock or the bolster lock or something, like the R&D team is going to fix that and make it work properly. So I don't get too into that piece of it. I'm really about the look and the feel more than anything.
Right. And that's absolutely, I mean, I think we're all into that, and ergonomics are a part of it. All of that is part of it, but it's interesting to hear where you're coming from, and you can definitely see that. For example, the Cosmos is to me a great example of that art vibe, I guess I would say. The style of the handle, everything else about it, just stunning looking knife. I love. Wow, this is great here.
I just did that with my friend who's a videographer, a coworker.
That's nice. Go crazy, man. Come on. So we'll go down here so everybody doesn't get sick at home. But yeah, I mean, it worked. When I got it, I got to tell you, Paul, it was one of those that when I first saw it and they said, we're sending you this, I was like, okay. But with that uptick to the blade and everything else, I wasn't sure. But man, once I got that thing in the hand, that it just really was good. And it is an absolute beautiful piece.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'll pull that one out right now. Where is it? Here we go.
There you go. He's actually got one there.
Oh yeah, I got all of them right next to me here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so like this was an interesting one because it was very divisive when I started pictures of this, because some people were like,
in my head as well. So like I said, yeah.
Exactly. But it's interesting because the idea behind sort of the upswept is, it's going to be more usable if you're kind of down on the surface, right? Because you kind of have a little bit more of a cant that you could make room for your fingers as opposed to being completely flat. And then I tried to, really make the front choil section as comfortable as possible by adding this sort of semicircle that kind of completes the choil here. I don't know if you could really see that bevel there, but yeah, right there, to just give you that little, little extra bit of grip in there. So like
it's kind of like a trigger. Yep.
And from like a feel standpoint, it works. It's ergonomic, but it does look very weird. And I totally understand why some people aren't huge fans of the way that this one is shaped.
Oh, hey man, there are so many knives coming out. Not every knife is going to be for everybody. That's just, it's not possible. It's just not at all. Yeah. Rory told me this the other day. He already had a blue Comet. And then after watching my video on the red one, he got him a red one. So very nice.
Thank you for picking one up.
Yeah, I think the Comets are really, and Kaiser just kills the action. They just, I haven't done one with them yet. I would love to at some point. I had done knives with Kubi, so it was the place to start for me. It's like, hey, so definitely would like to do something with Kaiser down the road, but that'll be interesting. Yeah, I agree, Prado. I think it's a very unique looking, and again, it's contoured. So, I'm going to like the handle because it's got some contouring going on there. So very cool.
Thank you.
So tell me about, if you guys didn't see my blade show video, make sure you go check. He's about to have his first Best Tech knife come out, the Constellation. Tell me a little bit about your process with that one and kind of what people should expect from that one, I guess. I mean, it felt great in the hand, I'll tell you that.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is, let me show the show side.
Yeah, see, I absolutely love that one.
Thank you. So the way that this one came about was actually kind of interesting too, because it was very timely. So the first time I met Best Tech in person and kind of talked to them and showed them this design was Blade Show last year. So that was my first time visiting Blade Show. I was there just as a visitor, kind of meeting some friends that I've only had online, and going to network and ideally meet new people. And I showed this design to Best Tech, and they were pretty into it. So we worked on that basically from Blade Show up until Blade Show again as well. Like the day before I left to go to Atlanta for Blade Show is when I got this prototype in my mailbox, which was really kind of cosmic in and of itself that it like worked out that way. But yeah, so Best Tech has been somebody, or a company rather, that I've always thought does really good work. I picked up the Plexus at Blade Show from the Isham and Arcane design knife. And I just thought it was the finishing was really great. Just some of the details and the attention to detail was really good. So yeah, it just kind of sparked that conversation there. Had the design to present to them, and they gave me a chance, and I'm super grateful for it.
Just guys, I'm not kidding. That thing feels great in the hand, and anybody that knows me knows why. That thumb ramp right there, the raised part of the thumb ramp there, very, very nice. Just feels great in the hand. Gotta love it. So
there's
that's sick looking too.
Is that coming through okay? So
yeah,
this material, there's going to be a couple different variations of this, where there's going to be different handle scale materials. 2 of them are going to be DLC coated like this, and then 2 of them are going to be stonewashed. But this material in particular on the prototype I was like, this is the one you got to send me, because I just thought it was so unique. It's G10, but it has this this copper sort of almost like topographical sort of thing going through. It's almost like a G-Mascus sort of deal.
It's like a black on black or a gray on black almost. Yeah, it's really cool.
So it's interesting because it's all blacked out, but then you just have that little bit of pop with copper in this scale. That's
really cool. Do you first of all, I think it's really cool that they let you bring that one and show it. I've got a couple upcoming, and I'm not supposed to like show them yet. So it's really cool that they let you do that. So do you know a timeline or anything of when that might be coming?
I don't know, and I would love to give an estimate, but since it's my first time working with Best Tech, I'm not totally sure. I do know though, like pretty much, I'm pretty sure right after Blade Show they put it into production. So I'm definitely hoping by
a few months then.
Yeah. Hopefully by like Christmas would be wonderful.
I hope so. I've got one right now, dude. If it happens before Christmas, I'm gonna I don't know. I'll do like some sort of Santa Claus dance or something. I don't know what's going to happen, but that one's been in the works for 8 months, and it's just dragging on. So I cannot wait for that one. So I know how that feels, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So guys in the chat, I don't know how long Paul's going to be able to stay, but feel free to ask questions. By the way, Bluminati gifted a membership that went to Papa Chuck. So thank you, Bluminati, for doing that. There is your Daleka salute. And if you guys have questions or suggestions you'd like to see from Paul or anything like that, please drop them in the chat. Don't let this just be me boring Paul with questions here. Let's get you guys involved.
And as far as timeline, I'm good for another 25 minutes.
Okay, that works. So let's go ahead and walk through the other 2 here just for the heck of it. And there is the Mystic, and the Mystic was one for me. Again, felt great in the hand. Definitely that classic Kaiser look with the bolster. Anything you want to share on that one? Wait, real quick. David Jewell, thank you. Cosmos looks like a great food prep for crazy knife people. Yeah. And Paul, that was going back to the Cosmos. I think you said to get more contact to have that raised handle and get more straight contact on a cutting board or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Surface.
Very, very big piece of that was to try to get as much of that flat blade onto whatever the surfaces you're cutting on as possible.
That's awesome, dude.
Thank you guys for these comments are awesome too. So
David picked it up. There's your Daleka salute, David. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Art or engineering degree design are outstanding. Yep. Paul, thank you for doing what you're doing, says our friend B Shady. Mystic is on the wish list. Okay, so back to the Mystic real quick. I like the size of the Mystic. It's definitely kind of a size I really like. There's the Mystic, guys. If you haven't seen that one, very smooth, very, very smooth. And that harpoon is super useful.
Yeah, the action on this is pretty dangerous, honestly. Dangerous.
I remember that now that you say it. Super dropper. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You like drop shot? I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the size of the blade too, but it is very dialed in. Kaiser really did an amazing job with it. It's just like
So the first one that really made my head shake was the Kaiser Begleiter 2. I still have one. When they did that thing, I thought I was going to lose a finger, man. That thing drops like nobody's business. And you're right. It's the bigger blades definitely do, but that is just a gorgeous blade.
Thank you.
And for somebody that might like a tactical folder, that would definitely fit the bill as well. But your inspiration for that one, any specific, mark you were trying to hit, any specific thing?
Yeah, so actually, if you pull up the webpage that you're on for the Mystic and down a little bit, basically, so I'm from Connecticut, and there's not a lot to do in Connecticut, so one of the things we do is go to Mystic Seaport, which is a really cool old historic like whaling town. So there, that's like an old harpoon gun, and that was the inspiration for the shape, both in the handle and the actual kind of like harpoon shape on the blade. So that was kind of what that was pulled from.
Yeah, you definitely can see that for sure. That's crazy. Very cool. So again, back to the art, but functional art for sure. Nice and thin, very tall grind, which always makes them very useful. That's super, super cool.
Definitely.
Christopher says, where'd it go? Dang it. Losing a finger is worth the awesome.
Hell yeah.
Some say the action on the Mystic is the best. Yeah, it's pretty great. Mystic aquarium is there an aquarium there, Paul?
Yep. So there's a big aquarium in Mystic, which is another one of the 3 things to do in Connecticut. But it is really nice. There's some cool stuff there, and just both those places. Like I'm not super close to it, but I used to go to them a lot with my parents and my grandparents, and it was a good time.
Well, it looks like the Mystic has quite a fan base here.
I will say especially, and it was interesting being at Blade Show for the first time because I was really able to kind of get a real pulse on like, okay, what's actually the most popular, not just what I like pick up on online. The Mystic was definitely the most talked about, for sure. And interestingly, I think it was between the Mystic and the Comet, it's like the biggest one and the smallest one. But but people really seem to like that pattern in general.
Justin, I hope you're joking. I've lost the tip of my pinky at least twice so far. And then he says,
at least it goes back.
Oh my gosh. The chat is lit tonight. Oh, the action on the Mystic is the best. Really? Wow, that's saying something for sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of really good action. You're not kidding. Very cool. I've been to Mystic Seaport many times, says Neil.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Do you live in Connecticut, Neil?
I think he's in New York. Neil, I hope I got that right. Troy says the Comet. He loves the Comet. Very cool. Very Justin. It's fine. He's got the joke. The joke is still going. It's still going. Tim is a big Comet fan, but he enjoys the smaller blades. I may or may not have like 4 of them. Yep. The Comet. If you like small knives, the Comet's an epic one for sure.
Is that real still getting some traction for you? The one of the Comet at Blade Show?
I'm not sure. It stopped at like 70,000, which is crazy. I just think my son Trevor is utterly popular. Everybody loves Trevor. I don't know. Literally nobody paid me any mind at Blade Show. It was all about Trevor. So that should tell me. So let's see if I can find it real quick. I do so many stinking shorts that it may take me a second, but I am curious now. There are but he just absolutely loves that knife. And somebody else is gonna have to find it for me because I'm not gonna derail the whole chat trying to find the dang thing. But it's here, somewhere, I swear. Oh well, see, I'm before Blade Show now. That might be why. I'm just blind. But anyway, yeah, he just, that's all he talked. When I gave him that knife, Paul, I walked into his room and I'm like, hey, I know you like knives with flipper tabs because that's, a big thing for him. And I know you're working a lot on, because he basically cuts pool liners. He's working on pool construction. And so I was like, hey, any chance you want this knife? And he went crazy. Actually, it looks like it stopped at 60,000, 59,572.
That's a lot. That's awesome.
That is a lot. So I was showing Paul that. He's like, what? So good exposure there for sure. So I just needed Trevor to just take over the channel if I can. But unfortunately, he's in the air. Okay, he says, Neil says, my family had a summer place in Westport. Westport, what? Is that a thing?
Westport, yeah.
Yeah, Westport, though, nice. Yeah, maybe Westport. He was trying to say. I don't know. Very cool. So, and then the last one we haven't chatted about yet. Let me get this ready. Is the Clairvoyant, which it's funny we should talk about the Clairvoyant last because I actually think the Clairvoyant is a clear-cut winner for me. I love the shape of it. And I actually at the time felt like that one really, I guess, if I'm being honest, I prefer any other method of lock over a plunge lock, but it is still a very fantastic knife. It feels really good. A lot of times thin handles don't work, but it really does. I mean, it really, really does. So same question, I guess. Story behind that one.
Yeah. So this one, the goal of this one was to make something that was almost like again, kind of cooking food prep in mind, right? Like if you think of like you're going camping and you just have a pocket knife on you, like this is a pretty good blade profile to be able to get some work done when you're grilling or you're over the fire or something. So that was kind of the idea behind it. I did kind of set out from the beginning to make a button lock, and I wanted to see how far we could push sort of a really exaggerated bolster, which it's pretty crazy how thin they were able to get that up at the top there.
Yeah. But and still make it smooth, right?
Right, exactly. And so I wanted to make something that was good for kind of cooking stuff on the go, food prep. And another one of the things with this, and something that I've been trying to kind of do ever since, is I love when it kind of looks like the blade is like almost too big for the handle when the knife is open. From a certain perspective, it kind of looks like it shouldn't fit. So I learned some things about what I like from a design language standpoint to kind of give that effect when possible, which I think was another one of the big things I was trying to do there.
That's cool. Yeah, it's really cool to see. I mean, I want a blade to be close to the end, but not so close that you can touch it. But definitely there's a lot of thought that goes into that for sure. Very cool.
Thank you. And this one was interesting too, because this is the only exclusive I ever had somebody do, but White Mountain Knives did this frag pattern exclusive version of it, which you lose the bolster, but the pattern is definitely unique.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That was really cool. Very nice.
But yeah.
So Aries EDC says, do you have any words of wisdom for an aspiring designers trying to get their designs accepted by a company?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I think one of the biggest things is really making sure that, when you approach them, you have something to show them. Because if you just go to them and say, hey, I'd like to design a knife, and then you don't have a knife, they're going to be like, okay, so do a lot of people. But if you really have something well planned out, you have different mock-ups from different angles, and you have different, materials and ideas and what you think would be good. Even bonus points if you have some sort of proof that people would be interested in the design, whether it be feedback or something. Like, as much ammunition as you can give yourself to say, hey, here's a well-planned design. You don't have to think about it too much. And also there's already, potentially a small group of people that would be interested in something like this. From my experience, I think that that's the best way to approach it. It's just have everything aligned and make it easy for them to want to work with you. But the more like turnkey is I work at a marketing agency, and that's a phrase we use all the time. But the more turnkey you could be, and kind of just set everything up to go right from the beginning, I think the easier of a time you'll have getting them to actually accept something.
And it kind of depends on what company you're dealing with. And if you're like Paul and you're crazy and you start with Kaiser, who's got every designer in there, you better have your I's dotted and your T's crossed and everything else. You probably want to have at least some kind of render of the knife, or maybe a CAD if you can do that. I did have a company just see a design that I had drawn. They said, do you have anything? And I'm like, I hadn't got to CAD yet. They're like, let us see it. And I've got one in production that we worked on the CAD together because they love the drawing so much. They were like, but they wanted to do it. But for the most part, you should have at least some kind of render or some kind of thought of where it's going. And definitely, I like I said, I'd love to get in with Kaiser at some point. I just haven't crossed that bridge yet, but that's really cool.
I think another thing that's really helpful too, and it could be something you're into already, or maybe it's something that you can get into. But I do feel like another big part of it was I've always been really into photography. So I was doing a lot of photography of just like my collection and posting things and kind of making them look as professional as possible. And I think when they can kind of see you as this sort of marketing arm for them at the same time that you're a designer for them, and you could help give them assets to use on their website and things. There's little value adds that, a lot of us in the hobby like taking photos of our stuff anyway. So you might as well use it to your advantage.
Absolutely. Great. Very cool. And Troy says, Aries, just tell him Paul sent you. That works. All right. Any other questions, guys? We want to be, definitely cognizant of Paul's time, but if you have questions, go ahead and throw them up there. But yeah, Paul, I guess, obviously the Constellation, anything else you want to talk about in the works? Obviously, if it's too far down the road, you don't want to talk about it, but any vague ideas of things you'd like to try or do? Or
yeah, for sure. So I have a few things in the pipeline. Definitely some things in sort of the R&D prototyping stage. One of the things that I'm really excited about is it is going to be a variant of the Mystic. It's going to be smaller, and it is going to be a different lock type, which is pretty cool because, I think that the Mystic works really well as a bolster lock, but I do think that exploring some other options as far as, just what we could push it to and how we could potentially, it will be more budget focused. So how we can make it more budget focused as opposed to a titanium bolster lock, is cool, because that was one of my first goals with the Comet too, was to really make something that, hopefully people like the way it looks. And then it could also hit that sort of, sub $100 price to make it more reasonably attainable.
Yeah, and I think that's something Kaiser does really well is they do this kind of high-end, classy looking knife at a very reasonable price. The gavel from Luke 10 is another perfect example of that. That same with the bolster and the just really cool looking designs for a very reasonable price. So yeah, I get it, man. That's a really cool thing. Paul, okay, there you go, Tim. Who is your favorite designer currently, Paul?
Wow, that's a tough one. So I
Somebody
could say
actually asked, and your favorite design. So
design and favorite
we
designer.
got both.
So favorite designer, if we're talking all time, hands down,
Sure.
Elijah Isham. I think that his work was extremely inspirational. Just him as a person in general was extremely inspirational, and I think to him, to a much crazier and more creative degree, he was really able to take things that look really cool but still feel good. Like it's still a good functional tool. And my stuff doesn't get anywhere near how insane his was. But I think that just kind of like that mindset definitely seeped into me a little bit. And I just really, really take inspiration from what he stood for. If we're talking like current, like company or designer, I guess it's not technically a designer, but I love everything that Olamic puts out. The Wayfarer is an amazing knife. The Busker, like literally everything is so good that Olamic makes. And the quality is just unreal. So, that would be my answer to that. And my all-time favorite knife design of all time is the Olamic Busker. I love that.
Okay,
thing.
yeah, the Buskers are really cool, and I can kind of I mean, definitely there's some ideas there that definitely would show forth in your designs, which is really cool. So definitely, man, I don't know if somebody asked, they didn't ask me, but that would be tough. So you did really good, man. You did. I'm not sure I have an answer. The problem as a reviewer, Paul, is I think I see too many knives. I think I actually get into kind of this thing where I got so many knives in my head. It's really hard. It really, really is. So very good job coming up with one there. That was good.
Thank you.
Isham had some really futuristic designs. Yes, he did. There were a few of his that I used to joke felt like something that Worf from Deep Space Nine should carry. And that's like most of the knives from Katuo and Reich right now. It feels like they came right off of some ship in another galaxy.
Oh yeah.
My favorite designer currently is Paul Munko, Tim. At this very moment, it's Paul Munko. Look at that. Thank you, Tim, for the setup. That was great. I appreciate it. Okay, fine. But yeah. No, I mean, seriously, guys, Paul's just a really friendly, cool dude. I enjoyed meeting him at Blade Show. Definitely wanted to have him on. And Max Ace is good for that. Yeah. Max Ace definitely does the Babylon, and different ones they've done are just out of this. There you go, Tim. Out of this galaxy for sure. Definitely not, my style, I guess. Paul, I think I showed you the practice at Blade Show. My style's got, much more of a kind of classic kind of, feel to it than some of that space agey stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I love to see it, but that's not what oozes out of me, if you will.
Right. No, I mean that is a really killer design, and I really appreciate you coming over and like checking out my stuff and letting me try that out.
Absolutely.
It's really well done. And I love the inlay shape. I love the materials that you actually chose for the inlay for that.
Thank you.
I love that like kind of wild like carbon stuff. It just always looks super cool. And I think it could be done right, and I think it could be done wrong. I think there could be like way too much. And that is very tasteful. I really like that
Thank
design.
You. Yeah, I think you make a very good point, and I'm sure you have to draw that line for yourself sometimes of when have I gone too far. There's times I put stuff on paper and I'm like, yeah, this is great, and then I step back for a second. I'm like, no, Right. So have you done that, or am I just crazy?
Oh yeah, no, I make things way too complex sometimes, and what I've kind of, and I don't even know if this is true, but this idea I built in my head is like every line you add to a knife is another person you're going to be cutting away from not wanting it, because the more you go in any singular direction, and you see that with like what's the most popular knives on Blade HQ, they're mostly plain for the affordable working knives, which makes sense. But the more like out there a design is, the less people it's going to resonate with. So I always try to find that balance of like staying true to what I like aesthetically, but making sure it's not super over the top, and then it's like, oh, I don't like tantos, and I don't like these types of contours, and why would I want to tutorial
anything you do like that, you're leaving somebody out. You're right. And
Exactly.
let's have this conversation, Paul. And again, let's make it as uncomfortable as possible, because if Ben Peterson actually watches this, I love Ben, but Ben and I've had talks about at Blade Show that not everything he does is what I would design, or not everything I do is what he would. And we have these conversations, and he loves that there's so much stuff out there. But look at what that guy's doing with some incredibly, just simple designs. I mean, if you look at the Banter, if you look at the Lander, if you look at the Lander 2 and 3, they're all, and even the fixed blade, and all of it very simple, but they work. And this is what people want. They want something that's going to be a reliable, usable tool. And then he took it another notch, obviously, by having easily swappable scales and things like that. So I think it's cool that there's a Paul Munko designing a Cosmos with this crazy shape, and there's Isham who was over here doing what he's doing, and there's Max Ace in there, and then but over here you have the NAFs and different stuff like that is more basic. There's
100%.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
yeah.
no, and I think
gets to choose.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody gets to choose, and I think it's really smart, because if I think about, like, from a useful standpoint, like, realistically, the Wii Banter is probably way more useful than this knife in a lot of ways, right? Like, this is huge. It's a bolster lock, so you do get like a little bit of the smallest hotspot when you have a bolster lock, which I think there's something to design completely for form, something to design completely for function, and then I just personally like designing for that middle ground, right? Like, where can I take from this and just turn it into something that feels balanced. But yeah, I think if you're going for what most people look for, they're not looking for something crazy or with crazy designs or with a weird Warncliffe blade that pokes up. It's just, it's fun to.
Yeah, but I also thought it was interesting that now he went back and took two of his designs and put a Warncliffe blade on them. So it's like cool, So I think everybody's got to kind of find their niche or whatever you want to say. Everybody's got to find their spot and design in that, and then the market from there, Paul, is going to tell you, maybe if you have a design that comes up and it doesn't sell as well, then that's a passing messages to your neurons in your brain of don't design something quite like that again.
Right.
It's
exactly.
It's super interesting, but again, I think it's great that we have folks like you out there, folks like Kevin and Colin from Devo and all these different guys designing things, from a community perspective, that are not necessarily what a knife company might come up with on their own. So that's what's making this go in a direction that's really cool, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think even with that, just the community itself is incredible. Like, there's so much support, there's so much positivity, and like, I've been in bands, I've been in like the music sort of side of things. I'm involved in art. I know
that's right. I forgot you play guitar and all that stuff. Yep.
So there's like, there's different cliques of people that I've ended up being involved with different like interests and things of mine. And I like honestly could say that the community surrounding knives and people are like, what are you talking about, when I tell people that don't get it about it, but like it's just the coolest people, because I think it's like we all have this like strange interest, right? We like knives. And I think, but it's like, we instantly relate on something that's like at a deeper level, like something we're very passionate about. So
I think that's because some people, when you say knives, they picture you're a crazy guy coming after them with a knife. They don't have any clue what you're doing with the knives. That's what's so great about Blade Show. It feels like for once I fit in. I'm with my people, and they're all sitting here and they're like, oh, look, you're normal. You're holding a knife. And I think you're exactly right on what you're saying is it's this odd thing, but you're providing a tool, and really 90% of people, that 90 probably 92, 93% of the people buying a knife are buying to use it as a tool. They're not using it for self-defense or whatever. They're using it, you know, as a tool, or in the case of tree stabbing Troy here, they're throwing it at a tree. But anyway, but you know, I just think it's cool to see. Anyway, are we about at the end of your time here? I don't want to take too much of it up here.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, good. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, Ken was at Blade Show. He gets it, man. When you're at Blade Show, the guys that are at Blade Show, you guys, can I get a witness here? You actually, for those 3 days, you know, because my wife and kids, they say this all the time. Oh, look, another knife, you know, and that's what I hear all the time in the house. So it's like when I go to Blade Show, it's like, this is good. You know, these are my people. And same thing with this chat on a Monday night. It feels really good to go to Blade Show. And then, Paul, I'm sure you having a booth for the first time. Well, let's talk about that. Do you feel like you got good feedback from the people of what they'd like to see you do down the road and that kind of stuff?
Oh, it was like, I am going to do everything I can to make sure that I could do that every single year. I already did the pre-booking for next year to get the same spot and everything. Like I'm just so hyped on it because, you know, I had never done that sort of like trade show experience before. And I try to be as responsive as possible to, you know, Instagram messages and comments. And like, I'll go on reviews of my knives and respond to everybody who leaves a comment on somebody else's video about my design, just to like, you know,
right.
I like talking to the people who are supporting me and what I'm doing, but it was really cool to be able to have that all just be like condensed into, hey, like now you're able to come and like talk to me. We could have a conversation. Yep. I met some amazing people. I met, more manufacturers. I met a bunch of really cool distributors and who I got to like talk more with, you know, people from Knife Center and the Pit and stuff. And it was perfect. Like I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, I want it to be next month again already. Cause it was so much fun.
Yeah. I think, you know, it's good that you had that experience. My first year as Tempest, you know, I went 2 years just as Knives Fast, going around interviewing people. And then last year, so the previous one, I had my first booth. And I got to tell you, they put me in the back of the main room. And it was pretty not great. A lot of people didn't find us. And you know, so I was kind of discouraged. I went ahead and pre-booked for this year. And I'm like, I'm going to do it again. But this time they gave me a table in the front of the room. And man, it was so many people that either knew about Knives Fast or Tempest, but not the other one. And so many people that didn't know about me at all. Many people coming up giving feedback of, man, I'd like to see this and I'd like to see that. You know, we were taking a lot of notes and that kind of stuff. So very cool. Hey, Ramet's in the chat, guys. Hello. Good to see you. Very awesome. So yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It's one of those things that I'm already sitting here going, I wish it was next week.
Yeah, right. It's just like, it's such an almost surreal experience. Keep making shiny, colorful knife. We are working on another one right now. We are working on another one with Northern Knives. We're just waiting to get those.
Awesome. Very cool, David. Thank you for the super chat again. Appreciate you, my friend. So Paul, that's it. So you're going to continue doing those kinds of things and then also design on the you know, as well. Yeah, that's great then. Very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got a few in the works. I got a slip joint I'm working on, which I'm really excited for because that's definitely a step in like a different direction, but I think that'll be fun. You know, I got a couple more Kaiser concept. I'm just trying to stay busy, and I'm really trying to get to the point. Like we've actually had a brief discussion about where I'd love to OEM something and have like a Munko knife. I don't know if I'm at that point yet, but it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot of fun.
Like I said, just hit me up one day. We can chat for a while and just have some conversations about the process. Cause it you know, and the good news is, I mean, and again, I'm not telling you what to do in any way, but you've already built some relationship with a couple different companies. And to me, when you're dealing with a Chinese company, it's all about who can you talk to, who
Mm-hmm.
can you communicate well with, and who do you have a good relationship with, and who do you think is going to respect your design, if that
Right.
makes, you know what I'm saying? So that's a big, real quick, Ramet, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that very, very much. Welcome to the KF Pick crew. Awesome. But yeah, I would love to see that, Paul. I think that would be real cool. Definitely to see, you know, a Munko, whatever, something cosmic, the Munko black hole. That'll be somewhere that he's smirking, guys. He's got a black hole drawn somewhere. You watch. There's a knife. Yeah, see what I tell
It's
you.
possible.
That's like my kids yesterday. I'm drawing at the table in the kitchen, and they're thumbing through my designs. They're going, because I do weather terms for Tempest, and they were like, "Do you have a this? Do you have a that? Do you have a one of these?" And I'm like, writing down, you know, I do now. I'm always looking for names because I'm running out of weather terms. But very cool. Ramet, 5 memberships. Dang, very nice. Thomas McDonald, Angelo, Tree Stab and Troy, or Troy LMFAO, Robo Stevo and Justin, Ohio. I think you guys all got your memberships back. And Ramet, thank you for doing that very much. All right. Very cool. Yeah, this community is just too cool. Seeing the knife companies come in and be a part of what we're doing in these chats is a lot of fun. So and Ramet, I'm still loving my swordfish. My wife absolutely hates the swordfish. Have you seen the Ramet swordfish, Paul?
I don't think I have. No.
This is their gravity knife. This thing is pretty slick. Sick. It's so it pops out like that, and so you have a button and right here, just like a regular OTF, and you're just gravity pulling it in and out. My wife hates this thing because of the sounds. I'll have it upstairs doing this, and she's like, "Could you please stop right now?" And I'm like, "Okay, all right, it's gone."
Gotta fidget.
So I could definitely stop. So then then about 5 minutes later, it's the practice, you know, and I'm sitting here doing this. She goes, "Oh, come on. Really? Really?" Okay. Wow, 5 more memberships. Dang. Addicted to Blades 2, Jason Beecher, Brutal, Renee Ramon, and Craig. I think all of you are also return members. If you're not, let me know by sending me an email, knivesfast@gmail.com, and I will send you some swag. Thank you, Ramet. That's awesome. 10 memberships. Appreciate that. So yeah, but yeah. So anything else? I mean, is there a fixed blade in your future? Slip joint? I don't know. What do you think? Anything like that?
Yep. So there is a slip joint in the works. There's a couple different locking mechanisms in the works as far as my designs. I'd say I'm trying to build out my portfolio as kind of like a sampler. Like, I don't want to duplicate too many things yet because I think it's fun to like try different stuff. But I also have considered the idea of doing like a Mystic fixed blade. I think that could be really cool. We'll just have to.
That could be really cool.
Figure that out. But I think just like taking the profile, making the blade way bigger could be interesting. But yeah, hopefully just more stuff like that, and hopefully I'll have a lot of cool new stuff to show in Atlanta next year.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, and that stuff's all about timing, man. I'm in between a lot of stuff, so that was crazy, for sure. Whoa, and they're at it again. Ramet with 5 more memberships. Kevin C, Steven Johnson, Colby Venable, Pretty Fly for Knife Guy, and Ed Harrison all back to being members. That is awesome. Again, Ramet. Dang, look at that. 15 memberships. Thank you. There was your Daleka salute. All right, Paul, I'll let you run here, but it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on tonight, man. And you know, down the road, seriously, again, not that I'm any kind of expert whatsoever. There's plenty of people that know way better, but if you got any questions that I can answer on the OEM side or anything like that, I would be glad to. And don't be surprised if I reach out to you on some other stuff. So,
Yeah, always happy to help. Always happy to help.
Yeah,
and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity to come on here. Again, it was awesome meeting with you at Blade Show, and just even just like your last live stream that I was able to pop in and get some really awesome feedback. It just love what you're doing in the community. Love that you have this channel going. I think it's super cool that you're a reviewer and you're a designer at the same time. Like, that's just really, really unique and really cool. And thank you everybody who stuck around and listened to me ramble a little bit. I appreciate that too.
Well, they have to listen to me. They'd rather hear you because they get tired of hearing me ramble. So come on, man. Ramet with 5 more. Kirby Smith, 1931 Leatherworks, S.A. Jaeger, Philip W. and Splitting. Nope. Well, I only see 4. It's looking for a 5th person to give it to. So very, very cool. Thank you again, Ramet. Wow. 20 memberships, guys. That is awesome. Too bad we didn't do this last week before I drew for the membership giveaway. There were a lot of people. There would have been a lot more people in that giveaway, but that is really cool. We'll have to do it.
What was the membership giveaway?
So I don't even remember which knife I gave away for that. It was a James Lowe design from Kubi, the Interflow. But we just did, it's just basically channel members. Because I just crossed over 20,000 subs. So I did 5 different giveaway packages. I did one for my Patreon supporters, one for my YouTube channel members, and then 3 packages just for everybody and anybody. And then I also did 2 live streams and did big giveaways in the live streams. So, and nice. I have a big giveaway tonight too, as a matter of fact. So nice. I just like giving stuff away. It's a lot of fun. So
let me know the next time you do one. I'll definitely throw something next year.
Hey man, I give stuff away every Monday night on this stream. So if you want to send something along, just let me know, and I will definitely be glad. Trust me, I like passing stuff along, and sometimes we even do 2 or 3 giveaways. Just if we have more stuff to give away. So
let's do it.
I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah,
send me a message and I'll get something sent out to you to give away however you want.
Will do, man. That's awesome. Appreciate it. All right, Paul. Again, hope you have a good evening, man. Thanks for, we ended up an hour here, so thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it very much. So, guys, give Paul a thumbs up, and thank you, sir. Have a great one.
You're very welcome. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
See you later. All right, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Very, very cool. Paul Munko signed knife. All right, I'll write that down, Tim. That's a great idea. We can get him to sign one. That's a great idea. And I saw what you said, Ramet. Ramet's saying their stuff is available at PVK now online. I saw that. I was interrupting my guests a lot of times. They're trying not to interrupt them too much. But really cool. I saw that. But yeah, that would be really cool to have a Paul Munko signed knife on here. We ought to do that. So, Arizona Heat Stroke. That's a name right there. Wow. That makes me, that's terrible. Okay. Sorry. I was reading, I have, a family member traveling right now, and I'm just making sure they're okay. All right, we're good. So very, very cool. I hope you guys had fun with that. Very awesome. Thank you, Illuminati Ninja. There you go. There's a link to the Ramet YouTube channel. Hey, Derek Poppenhagen, good to have you here. We can do that. Troy, I'll share it again. For those of you that did not see, there is now a blue Kubi Dust Devil. So if you go to this link that I'm about to put in the chat, I will put that up now. It is, if you go to this link, and this is, and you use this code. So there's the link. And if you use code KC20 LT, you get 20% off. So again, with any of the micarta models, that brings you down to $56 and free shipping. Okay. So there is the blue one. Let's zoom in on the blue one. It is blue micarta, as you can see, with a beautiful stonewash on the blade, blue micarta. Very cool. I ordered mine today because I don't think I'm going to get a sample of a second run. I think I just get a sample of a first run. But anyway, there is the Dust Devil. Definitely go check it out. Thanks for the reminder. And it's free shipping. Yes. So very cool, Chris. Awesome. Yeah. And guys, like I say, it helps a lot. I told Kubi, I thought if they made blue, it would go. I knew I was taking a little bit of a risk because they made so many of the first run. And a lot of you already have a red one or a black one or an Ultim one that I knew, some of you would say, well, I'm not buying a second one. And I get that totally. But, I told them if they did blue, it would sell. So I think, it's really cool to see them respond to that and make a blue one. I thought that was really cool. See you, Scott. I do not have sweatpants on. There you go. That's awesome. Pins and pin blades. Hello, sir. I look forward to hopefully getting the stickers this time around. I wonder where the USPS stuck all your stickers last time. They're terrible. And then, guys, Tim said something earlier. I'm just going to show this since we're doing shameless self-promotion. I'll go ahead and do it real quick anyway. I recounted, if you will, what I had available. So there are still a few more. Somebody last week was upset that we were out of Stonewash microbursts. There is one left. I found one more Stonewash second. It is a second. It has early lockup. There is one of those left. And then there's like 4 black wash microbursts left. And there is, I think, 1 or 2. I think there's 2 Tux Jetstreams left. When these are gone, I'm literally down to just what I have for warranty and a few I put aside for customizing. I actually have 2 out being customized right now, 2 Silver Jets being customized as we speak. And I look forward to seeing what those turn out like and trying to sell them. Or if they don't sell, I'll just keep them because they're going to look awesome. I'm kidding. They'll sell. I hope. What is going on? Okay. My chair was falling. Well, hopefully, Grizzle Bear, I hope so. And I hope you're doing better, my friend. Tim's putting up links, of course. Thank you, Tim. Tim's got you guys covered with all the deals all day long. I love it. Very cool. Oh, yeah. And Scott posted an Aries Tabico on his Etsy shop. It's is it like a teal color and with a bolster looking thing and then Damascus blade. So beautiful. Go check that out. Very cool. Thank you, Tim, for the reminder. Holy moly. I was trying to take that chat down and I hit the wrong button. There we go. All right, we're going to head towards the giveaway in a few minutes and go there. That was awesome having Paul on. Now, I'm working on, let's see, working on some more guests. I think I'm trying to get somebody on next Monday and they haven't replied back. I have a guest on the 8th of July, but I'm going to hold off announcing that. Now, on the 15th of July, I'm going to have some coverage that's special. I'm not going to announce it just yet, but I'm going to be at a knife event out of town on the 15th, which is a Monday. So I will not have a guest on that night, and I probably will not stream on that night. I may stream on the Tuesday, the next night at the event, I hope. So I'm still trying to work that out. And then on Monday, the 22nd, Mark, Loot 10 or New Breed EDC, Mark is going to be on KFLive. So we're lining up some cool guests. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. Yeah, that Tabiko is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. If I had money right now, I've already got money tied up in another knife I'm buying. I tried to get a knife in for review that I want to review because their knives always do good and I can't get it in. Somebody sent it to me, so I'm buying it because I want to review it because I think it'll do good and I am interested in doing a cool comparison with it. So my money's tied up right now. Oh, I wanted to cover. Sorry, I'm gonna eat a cough drop because I'm getting my throat's getting raw. I don't have it down here. I wanted to mention something. You guys are gonna see next week a review of the Riot Exo U. I wanted to do an announcement on that. When it came in, I told you guys it was my affiliation knife. Oh, hello.
It doesn't have a number on it because I didn't know what number.
Well, who's doing that?
If you can.
Oh, fine.
There you go.
There's 98. All right, so we have a throwing bunny. We have a killer bunny for tonight. There's Ash. Everybody say hi. Vampire killer bunny. Oops. Would you stop, camera? I still haven't bought that new camera. Anyway, it says Killer Bunny number 98, Vampire Killer Bunny. And there he is. I want to suck your blood, blah, blah, blah. I do not say blah, blah, blah. I do not say blah, blah, blah. All right, fine. All right, thank you, Ash.
I was like, oh, crap, he's going to do the giveaways.
Pins and pin blades, I have thought about having been from Nafson 32,000 times. We have talked about it, and it never works out with his schedule. He's very apologetic. He's got small kids, and it just doesn't work with his schedule. He says he's going to keep trying to work it out, and if he does, we will definitely have an on. Here's what I would suggest. If you guys go bug the crap out of him to be on Knives Fast Live, he'll eventually do it. Yeah, if you guys go tell him that, then I bet you he will do it. All right, so what was I saying? Oh, so when I first got the Riot Exo U in, I said it was my affiliation knife. And you guys know, when I do an affiliation knife, I buy it out of the money I get from SMKW, and then I turn around and give it away. The problem is it's a gravity knife, and it's not legal in a bunch of states. So I had a choice. Choice number one was to take a risk and just hope it goes to a state where it's legal. I wasn't happy with that. Number two was to limit the winner to states where it's legal. Number three is to have you sign something, and it was just dumb. So, hey, Jim, holy mackerel. You didn't have to do that. Oh, I just keep forgetting to deal with it. But thank you, Jim. There is your Delica salute. Thank you. Buy a better camera. Oh, goodness. So I decided just to do a regular review on that one and not give it away. So I have turned around and I'm using just some of my own money. I'm buying another knife from SMKW, and I will do an affiliate video and giveaway on that knife. Okay. I'm not going to give away an auto. I'm not going to give away a gravity knife. I'm just not going to do it. It's too risky. I get it. It's legal in some places and not legal in others. I just don't want to take a choice. I don't have lawyers. I don't have anything like that. Yeah. So definitely not a thing I can afford to do. You got it. Jim is a absolutely awesome guy. Jim is a good friend. Jim reaches out to me and checks on me and talk. Yeah, Jim's a good dude. Thank you, Byron. I get it, Angelo. I'm not going to give them away, man. Look, if I send it to somebody where it's legal, I asked a lawyer friend of mine, if I send it to somebody where it's illegal and then they get in trouble for it and tell the cops, this guy gave it to me, I could get into some mess for it. And I'm just not taking that risk. Yep, you got it. Whoa. You guys, I guess I need to buy a camera now. I need to find a good one, though. I need to do some more research before I just buy something, but that is awesome. Thank you, Troy. Daggone, Troy and Jim, thank you for the camera fund. Correct. If you order from SMKW, they won't allow you to order an auto or a gravity knife if it's illegal in your state. And I just don't have the resources to figure all that out. So that's what we're doing. I think I do need a new camera. I mean, if you're holding this up and it just goes berserk like that, I mean, come on. Well, there we go. Maybe I just got to get it closer. Nope. Terrible. All right, you guys are nuts. I guess, all right, I'm writing it down. New web cam. All right, I've written it down. Now I just got to do some research. Dang, Ken. Thank you, dude. Thanks to all three of you guys. That's crazy. We will get working on that. I appreciate it, man. Michael, they haven't donated enough for a facelift yet. I get it, Christopher. That's them, their way of covering it. They look at where you are and they don't send what they can't send you. So I could have done it that way, but I just thought it was better if I go get a knife that everybody can get. And you know what I mean? Instead of leaving anybody out. That would have been dumb. So I draw a winner and they're in a state that can't have a gravity knife. And then I pull it back and say, sorry, you didn't win after all, and redraw. No, not doing it. He's in his cage down here. Everybody's busy tonight. Oh, let me look at something, by the way. Okay, cool. All right, so let's start getting into the giveaway. Let's see what I got here. Sorry about the cough drop, guys, but my throat was getting raw. There you go. There you go. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be pretty happy with the giveaway tonight. And if you're not, don't tell me. All right. Oh, sorry, Troy. Yeah, that's daggone laws. What the heck? You guys are crazy. I'm definitely getting a nice camera. So very cool. Thank you, Bluminati. Appreciate you, my friend. I think this one was like $100. This is not a dirt cheap camera. It's a Logitech, whatever it is, but it's definitely not great. And it's getting worse. It's like what, probably 2 years old? Yeah, it's got 2 years of dust on top of it. Look. Really cool. All right. Well, thank you, Blue. Appreciate it. There's all four of you guys. A big Delica salute. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. Okay. So what are we doing? All right. Let's go over here. Stop sharing. Present. Share screen. Giveaway tool. Whoops. I don't have it started yet. Let me go do this. All right, guys. I don't know if you saw our friend Tim's School of Fish's video tonight where he said he was quitting. He's not. He's just frustrated because his Florida Panthers are choking. So in his honor, tonight's hashtag is Go Panthers. So you guys, I've given Tim a hard time about hockey. So I'm having a moment here. Go Panthers. There you go. Down with the Edmonton, whatever they are. Oilers, I guess. Yeah, but I can't use that kind of camera on here, man. I tried to use my good, my Canon M50, and it looked like crap on the stream. So before you get too far, you have to have a U.S. mailing address. You have to be 18 or with a parent's permission. And you have to be here when I draw. You cannot win if you're not logged into your account when I draw. When I do draw, you will have 2 minutes to respond in the chat, and then I will redraw if you do not. And if I feel like you're in multiple accounts, by the way, 1 account per person. If I feel like you're in multiple accounts, I will disqualify you. It's that simple. Nice. Oh, goodness. Nice, Sean. Oh, wow. Okay. There's lots of game 6s and 7s and all that stuff going on. There you go, Plenipote. I knew there was going to be some Oilers fan in here. Nice, Michael. Very good. All right. So we have, let me do something real quick. Ashlyn brought me a bunny, but she always puts clear tape over it so it doesn't get all shredded, but she didn't do it tonight. So I guess that means I got to do it. So let's see if I can do it in an artistic way and not mess it up. We're going to tape the bunny. Tape the bunny. And of course, she had to shape it like a stinking, what do you call it, Casey? Casket. And I don't have, let's see. All right, I'm going to trim this, guys. You got to bear with me here for just a minute. Since my daughter didn't finish her job. Using the Vostede PsyOp to trim this. All right, did I get all 4 sides close enough? Yeah, we'll do that too. All right. I'll clean that up in a minute. I think that's good enough. I'm not going to tape it more than that. It's not all the way, but it's good enough. So, whoa, Rory. Rory says, just because we love you and you do the videos for us. Thanks, Rory. Daggone, dude. Where's my Daleka? I've buried it under giveaway stuff now. Rory, thank you, my friend. That's $100 if you guys are doing math at home. Jeez. You guys are crazy. Now, thanks to YouTube, I don't get all of that, but I will buy a camera. I was going to buy one, and now I'm definitely going to buy one. So I'm going to look for a good one. So there is the Killer Bunny for tonight. And then in here, unfortunately, we're out of P&W Fun Stuff pins, but that was awesome of him to send those. We've got Butter Knives Fast number 159 now. Guys, I realized I have a problem. This is the last one I have ready, and I got to figure out and get more by next week. I'll do my best. We have a Saturday Night Live patch here, and there is so much stickers in here. Chef Rocky, Hi-Ho Customs, New Breed EDC. Oh, Father, I love this sticker. Such a cool sticker. Splitting Slices with Byron. SMKW, you got a Luft Concepts air freshener tonight. Hello. Lots of SMKW stickers. Blade Binge, of course, our friends over there. And of course, all the Knives Fast and Tempest stickers. You Can Stand are in here. Very cool. Nice, Grizzle Bear. That's cool. Go Canes. The Canes are not playing. All right. All right. So, first things first, I'm telling you, this is actually a really cool. I'm going to go full screen here. You have wrong one. Okay. So, the flashlight tonight is very powerful. It is the Through Night TN12 Pro, kind of a tactically flashlight, if you will. So that's our flashlight in this desert tan. You guys know they sent it to me, and I like to. Most of the ones I get sent, the vast majority of them end up getting given away. All right, and then we have a slip joint to give away, and that is the Rosecraft Loosahatchee Jack in the red sandalwood. Wait, is this red or yellow? This is yellow. Sorry, yellow sandalwood. And I never took the China sticker off. Sorry. You can take it off when it gets to you. Let me wipe that blade. So that's a slip joint that goes in this package, sent to me by Rosecraft, and I'm turning around and sending it to one of you. What'd I do? Oh, sorry, Chris. I blinded him. And then just when you thought I was done, I'm giving away another knife tonight. I'm not going to do 2 every time, but I've got a little bit of a good stock right now. So we're going to do one more tonight. I'm not going to do this every night, because I'm starting to slow down a little bit. When we get more in, we'll pick it back up. I can't get this box open. Oh gosh. Okay, well now it's open for good. All right. I almost forgot to put the killer bunny in there. That would have been bad. It's in there. All right, so let's see what the main knife is, and that is the Kershaw Heist, sent to me by Kershaw, G10 and S35. Yep. Like $120 knife, something like that. So this is the Kershaw Heist, again, sent to me by Kershaw. So this is headed your way. Beautiful knife. Every bit as good as the Iridium, in my opinion. Just kind of a different style, of course. Really cool knife. Definitely very good in the hand. Just nice. I like the G10 too. It's done really, really well. So, yep. So that is the Heist. I got to get that bag out of there so that I can put it back on the knife. So that is what we're giving away tonight. Let's see. Is everybody entered? If you haven't entered, please do. And if you've entered more than once, please leave. I don't know how else to say it. We don't want cheaters here. So please don't enter more than once. It will not go well for you. Yeah, I can't do it every time, Trouble Bunny, but sometimes I like to just splurge, and the last 3 weeks have just been that way. So that's what we're doing for tonight, and we will do that. All right, let's see how many folks we have entered. It looks like we have 95, and there are 105 people in here. We'll give it one more minute, and then we are going to draw a winner. Thank you, Jason. Would you stop calling me Kevin? My mom calls me Kevin. Dang it. Is my mom? Wait a minute. Is my mom actually Jason Beecher? Thank you, Trouble Bunny. Hurry up, Keith. All right, about 30 seconds, guys, and we're going to draw on this one. And then we will be done for tonight because my throat is almost gone. What is up? Greg Vanderlip, good to see you. My mom calls me Kevin too. There you go. All right. Looks like we're at 99 entries. Hey, Steven Johnson, if you haven't entered yet, do it real quick, man. Go Panthers, hashtag Go Panthers, all caps. We are at 100. All right. We are going to draw this in about 15 seconds. Come on, Mom, get out of my live stream. All right, here we go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, bam. All right, here we go. We're going to find us a winner, and we shall see who that. Wait, I went the wrong way. That one. Who the winner is? Greg Vanderlip. Greg, are you here? Let me hear from you, Greg. Nope, I'm not going to put that over there. It'll get lost. Greg, are you here? I am not Kevin from Home Alone. 2-minute clock for me, Tim. Tim B. Let's see if Greg, I think he should be here. I'm looking. All right, Greg, speak up, my friend. There he is. Awesome, Greg. Congratulations, Greg. Where'd he go? There he is. Congratulations, Greg. All right, man. So here's the deal. You know what to do, man. Send me an email, knivesfast@gmail.com, and we will get this stuff. We're good. He's here. So if you would, send me an email. Do it tonight if you would, so that I can go ahead and get it packaged up and out tomorrow. knivesfast@gmail.com. What am I hearing? Oh, it's my son. Okay. So very, very cool. Congratulations. Kevin, they are on the way. The answer is the practices are on the way. They are, I have a tracking number. They should get here before the weekend. And the plan would be that my QC team come in this weekend, and we get them QC'd and then out early next week. Okay. That's the plan. Again, you know how it goes. It actually has to move across from China all the way across to my house. So we're just waiting for them to come. And then we will, it'll probably be Saturday that we'll get together, hopefully, and do all the QCing and stuff. So Jeremy with the thumbs up. So thankfully we've already talked, and I didn't just surprise him in the live stream of, hey, Jeremy, we're meeting Saturday. I've already taken care of that. I am very excited. The frac tire coming. I did a practice review that will be early next week. So hopefully that'll coincide about with the time I'm shipping them, and you guys will see my thoughts on the practices as they're being shipped to you. The blue sky, Rory. The answer is I'm going to have very, very few remaining. I will have some to drop, but here's the thing. We got to do the QC and see how everything comes up, if that makes sense. How many I'm going to have left. Yep. Absolutely. Rule number 9. And to all you guys that did the pre-order, guys and girls that did the pre-order, thank you. I am well aware that this one took longer than any pre-order I've ever done, and and it was more expensive. So I'm very thankful. I have no control over that. I have zero control. They should have been ready a month and a half ago, but somebody made a mistake, and it just didn't happen. A month and a week ago, more like it. But you know what I mean? A little over a month ago, they should have been ready, and it just didn't happen. Pizza or something. I don't know. We had Mission Barbecue last time. That was good. Pizza's cheaper, so I'll do pizza. It's easier too, because you can just keep trucking. I mean, pizza's. So that's my concern is one of my main shipping people is not going to be here. So we may have to kind of QC and then move into doing shipping, so Scarlett's not having to do all the shipping by herself. All right, we'll talk, Rory. That's cool. All right, Grizzle Bear, I'll look for that. Yeah, true that. The barbecue wasn't cheap. Let's just say that. But it was good. Yeah, pizza's easier. Yes, if you go to my spring store that I believe, let's see if I can find it real quick and call it up. That I believe is in my description. Let's see, Tempest. Yeah, it's here. Let me give you a link to it. So you can go right here and you can buy a Tempest t-shirt. I do not yet have the ones that I made for Blade Show ready to be purchased, but I'll get that ready, I don't know, in the future. I'm still working with a dealer on what I'm going to do next. Rory is the answer. I should have an answer fairly soon. I just need time, dude. My life just needs to slow down. I don't have time. It's that simple. There you go. Yes, that works. Oh, Father, we will definitely grease it up for you. Okay, sorry. Family asking questions. I can't leave my family hanging. It's just not how I do things. So don't forget again. It looks like 7 of you have used my code to buy a blue. Well, one of those is me. So 6 of you have used my code to buy a blue Dust Devil today. So that is cool. You know, I want them to sell because it'll show them that you know, people are behind it. And that's what I really want, so that they know when I do more knives that we got people, you know what I mean, ready to get them. So I can't wait to get my blue one. So the blue says it's down to 12 left. We still got 19 Ultim, 20 red, and 19 black. So there's still a bunch left. And I am absolutely okay. Did I put that link up for the t-shirts? I know I talked about it, but I don't know if I actually did it. Oh, shoot. It would help to actually, here's the link. Sorry. No, I didn't tell you had to be shady. No pressure, my friend, at all. Yeah, I need to. I need to stop yelling. That's my problem. I yell all the time. I'm not trying to. It's just what I do. Nice, Blue. Thank you. All right, guys. So this has been fun. Paul is a really cool young man, and I can say that because I'm old as crap. And it's good. Oh, very cool. Nice, Rory. Oh, I hope so, Jeremy. I doubt they only made 20. I don't know why it only shows 20 were available. I think 20 is what they sent to the U.S. warehouse. They probably kept some international, and if they sell all 20, they'll ship more, but I don't know that. I'm just guessing. Yeah, Rory went all over the place. All right, guys, hit that like button, please. I don't know how many likes we have, but hopefully it's a lot. Hit the like button. Definitely comment down below. Stick around, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Definitely go watch today's video and whatever tomorrow's video is. I think tomorrow's I think is on the little fixed blade I bought at Blade Show, the Edge Knife Works Ronin or Mini Ronin, I think it is. That one is tomorrow. Oh, what? The blue too, David? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm not going yet. Are you sure? They must have got a restock too then. That's weird. Yeah, no, they don't have the blue. They do not have the blue. So the only place you can get the blue is on Kubi's website. But yeah, you can get it looks like the Dust Devil on Kubi's website, the red, the black, or the Ultim, and you can use code NICEFAST and get 10% off. Very cool. Awesome. That's crazy. Yeah, not the blue. Okay. Yeah, David, there's that's what I was showing. There's, if you go, I'll show it again real quick. If you go to the Kubi Knife site, there is now a blue Dust Devil right here. And I'll put that link back down there. And if you use my code KC20LT, that gets you 20% off. KC20LT gets you 20% off. Okay. I've said that enough tonight. I'm not saying it no more. You guys are going to be like, that's all that guy does. I don't usually. I just thought it was cool that they were there. A lot of you had said you were waiting on them, so wanted to make sure. All right. All right, guys. So thank you very much. I am done. My throat is done. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you again for your incredible support. One more look at, I don't even know how many members we have now. Thanks to Ramette with the 20 memberships tonight. Thanks to you guys for all the crazy super chats. Yes, I will get a camera. And we are now at 20,896 subscribers. That is insane. So thank you guys very, very much. And thank you for watching the Knives Fast channel. See you guys. Have a great one. Later.